Thank you for renting through Turner Real Estate. I'm Deborah Dakin and I'm one of the senior property managers on the team. The end of your tenancy is near, so we've prepared this video to help you prepare for exit and to give you some information on what we need to finalise the tenancy. A common concern from a property manager's point of view is that tenants often stop paying their rent after they have given notice to vacate, assuming that the bond can be used for this purpose. This is not the case. The bond needs to be used to return the property back to the condition it was at the time your tenancy commenced. Please continue to pay rent up until your vacate date as per the letter you have received from us, so that the bond refund can be quickly processed. You will have received notice confirming the end date of your tenancy. Please note that you are responsible for rent up to and including that date. Also, you are responsible for any charges such as water and other utilities until this date. When vacating, we recommend that you leave the power on for an extra 3 working days so that any last minute jobs can easily be done and your bond refund isn't held up. In returning the keys to our office, we offer a 24-hour return chute. We know that last minute jobs are often done at night or on the weekend when you're moving. If you use the chute, please place the keys in the envelope with your name and the property manager's name. Also include a forwarding address and email address, which will help with your bond refund. Please don't add the property address to the envelope as it will identify where the keys belong to. The property manager will conduct a final inspection on the property, and at this point we will take photos and compare the condition of the property to when you moved in. You will have received a copy of the ingoing inspection report, so please review it so that you know what your property manager will be comparing. Damages are one of the major things we will look for, from marks on the walls through to holes in the garden. The property should be the same as when you moved in. If there are damages, the property manager will discuss this with you and you will be responsible for having these fixed or repaired. It can be discussed whether you pay these directly or whether it is deducted from your bond. Cleanliness is a big issue, and as experienced property managers, we've heard the line, "It's cleaner now than when I moved in," many times. It is important to go back to the ingoing report and check the cleanliness of the property, as this is what we will be comparing. We will issue you with a vacate checklist to help you in your preparations. We can also recommend some reliable cleaners who are used to conducting vacate cleans and know what property managers check for. A few tips. Don't forget the oven and range hood. This is one of the top areas that we regularly find problems with. Make sure all cupboards are cleaned inside and out and on top with a cleaner such as spray and wipe. It's very common for items to be left in the cupboards or for old food stains to be left. These will be a problem at the final inspection. Dust on skirting boards is also a regular problem. These must be vacuumed and wiped thoroughly, the same with window and door tracks. Mould in wet areas such as bathrooms, toilets and laundries must be removed. Ensure that you use a proper cleaning agent to bring these areas back to sparkle. Still in the bathroom, remove all soap scum and clean behind all pipes, including the toilet pipes. Clean the windows both inside and out. We strongly recommend professional carpet cleaning. We can recommend reputable companies to help with this. Please provide us with a receipt when you have had this done. Items left at the property will need to be removed, and the cost of rubbish removal can be quite high. Please organise for all rubbish and items to be removed before you vacate. Items cannot be left on the footpath for collection, as this may incur a council fine which will be passed on to you as the tenant. We can recommend rubbish removal companies if you need this service. Exhaust fans and ceiling fans should be cleaned, including removal of dust and grime. The same with air conditioner filters. Cobwebs around the exterior of the property are often found. Get a long-handled broom to sweep these areas out whilst you are sweeping the patio, verandas and decks. Gardens need to be handed back in the same condition. If there are dead plants and lawn due to neglect, You may be responsible for the replacement costs of plants. The property should have had the lawns mowed just before handover, not several weeks before. We recommend that you spray any weeds several weeks prior to make weeding easier at the end of the tenancy. Make sure your wheelie bins are emptied and cleaned prior to moving out. If the rubbish is due to be collected that day, let your property manager know so that we can bring the bins back in. They still must be clean though. Sheds often have junk stored in them that can be easily forgotten. It may pay to get a skip a few weeks before you vacate to get a head start on decluttering. We will give you a checklist to help you prepare for the inspection, so please use this and start early so that the jobs are manageable. Many jobs can be done several weeks in advance, such as cleaning the exhaust fans, oven cleaning, etc. On the final, do a room-by-room check before you lock up and leave. It's so easy to overlook small things such as posters on bedroom doors or small items left in the cupboard. As a mum, I know I can never rely on my kids for cleaning and help. Check all these areas yourself. After the final inspection, the property manager will contact you to discuss any elements of the property which may require attention. Please note that under the tenancy laws, you may not have the opportunity to return to the property, depending on when the new tenants are moving in. It is therefore so important to thoroughly clean and check the property prior to handing back the keys. This will help you with your bond claim. Once the final inspection has been conducted, our team will work to finalise your bond. Any rental amounts owing, these are calculated daily. Any other invoices, such as water charges, we will also take a meter reading to finalise your portion of the bill. Repairs needed to the property, which are beyond reasonable wear and tear. If you have broken your lease, there may be lease break charges applicable, and we will charge these in line with the government recommendations. We will contact you to discuss these amounts, and you will have the opportunity to either pay any outstanding amounts or authorise them as bond deductions. Once this process is complete, we can lodge a bond refund with the government's online bond system. At this stage, if the agency and you agree on the bond refund amount, the process is quick and simple and any refund can be paid to you directly. If there is a dispute on either your side or ours, the lengthy system of disputing a bond begins. We try very hard to achieve agreement on bond claims to save stress, time and money. If tenants also work hard to return the property to the original condition and authorise any repairs required, the process of bond refund doesn't need to be hard or stressful. At all times, we are willing to chat about the process, so please don't hesitate to ask questions and work with us in cooperation. We know that tenants like their bond refund back as soon as possible, and we will make your refund a priority once you have completed your required parts of vacating and rectifying any remaining issues. As the time to vacate approaches, we wish you all the best with your move. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to call your property manager.